guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and welcome to another video. If you remember in the last video, the little bonus video I did for just after weekly report week 20, I did in the bonus video addressing a comment. I did say that there are a couple of videos that I wanted to go out before releasing Sonic Adventure DE episodes. I think it was 6, 7, and 8. This is one of those videos. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the brand new intro sequence that that Block 2 is using, and the other videos will be using as well. After that point, after Block 2. Now, firstly, I want to quickly say that I know my current intro I am using for. I know my current intro. I know I've not had it for all that long. I know that the intro I'm using right now is relatively new in comparison. But the thing is, I've been wanting to replace it for a while because there's a few issues with it. Like, don't get it wrong, it's a pretty alright intro. It works. It's got the whole theme that I quite like. I quite like the whole vortex theme, and like I said, I dig when I made when I decided what intro I wanted. When I decided the whole motif for the intro that I wanted for my channel, the art style, the feel, that kind of thing, I did take a lot of inspiration from the Doctor Who intro sequence, particularly from the Tom Baker era, or the early Tom Baker era, which I'm sure anyone who's seen Doctor Who from that era will know what I'm talking about. I am sure I shouldn't have to explain it. Anyone who's seen those classic Who intro sequences and then seen my intro should know what I'm talking about roughly. So it is very much with the whole motif, and nothing's changed really with the intro. It's still very much a vortex, but okay. So, like I said, I do like the intro, but it is a little tricky to work with. Hang on, let me change my presentation and I'll show you real quick. Right, so this is the intro sequence. It's only still images. I can't animate it properly. But this is what I'm working with right now. This is the current intro that I've had since, I think, maybe I can't remember. I can't remember when exactly I started using this intro, but it was, I think it's gotta be like at the start of Sonic Adventure DE. I think maybe is when I first started using it, and I would keep using it, but there's a few issues I found with it. Now, the first issue I've noticed is, well, firstly, the aspect ratio. It's 4:3. There's the black bars at the sides. That caused a bit of a problem when editing the videos, because not all of them, obviously. Some games are still in the 4:3 ratio, but in most of my videos are recorded in widescreen, which is a bit of a problem because it means we have to keep changing the aspect ratio in Premiere. So for example, imagine, so the main videos are usually in widescreen. So we got widescreen for the main video, and then we have to change to 4:3 for the intro, and then we have to change it back. So we have to put in 4:3 for the intro, then we have to change it back to widescreen for the main video. So that's a bit of messing. It's a bit cumbersome, not gonna lie. And then once the video is actually over, we have to change it back to 4:3 for the outro sequence. So that's a little bit cumbersome. And another issue that you can probably notice here is it's not really an issue for the actual thing. It's more of when creating it. So if you've noticed that there's both an equal amount of black and white in this intro sequence, and because of the lighting and everything that it uses, this is more of an issue when creating credits and stuff for the outro sequence. As you can see, with both black and white text, it's blending in quite a bit, and usually I like to use one color when actually writing the credits, and then adding the shadow effect as a last step, just to give it more depth, just make sure it doesn't blend in. But as you can see here, it's already blending with both black and white. It is, I mean, particularly with white as well. But it is blending in a lot more. It's blending in with both colors equally, and that's a bit of a pain when actually writing the credits, because with that it means I have to double down on shadows immediately, which I don't like doing. I usually prefer the shadow effect to be the last effect I do, but because of both black and white blending in pretty well the intro here, it means I have to double down on shadows immediately, which is a bit of a problem. Not gonna say, not gonna lie. So those are the two main problems I have with the intro. One, the aspect ratio being 4:3, and the fact we have to keep messing with the aspect ratio in the video just to make it match, and that's a little bit annoying. I mean, obviously we have found ways around it, but it has caused a few problems in the past, particularly with Block 1 from what I recall for Sonic Adventure DE. I think we had a bit of problem. I think we had a bit of a problem working on episodes. I think the trailer and episodes 1 to 5. I think we had a bit of problem. We had to keep changing the ratio because we changed the ratio to 4:3. I think we changed the ratio so I think the ratio was okay for the main episode, and then the intro was zoomed in a bit because we forgot to change back the ratio, and again, we don't want to keep changing the ratio. I know there are some things we will have to, since some videos will be in 4:3, but most videos will be recorded in widescreen. Basically, as many games as I can get away with, as many games do widescreen, I will be recording in widescreen, but there are still some games that may be recorded in 4:3, and that's the issue. That's the issue that we want to tackle here. But with this new intro sequence, this is the new intro. I will show it in a minute. I will actually show what we used to make it, and I will actually have Arago give you a little sample in a minute. But as you can see, the problems have been fixed. Obviously, the black boxes are gone. It's no longer in 4:3. It's in widescreen, and as you can see, both black and white, you can still clearly make out the text much better than in the old one. It's a bit more easy to see in white, but you can still kind of see it in black. So this means I don't have to double down on the shadows until after the fact, so I can write the credits, and then I can double down on the shadows just to give it more depth to make sure it doesn't blend in, and that's what I prefer to do. So it's fixed two problems in one go. Now, the intro sequence, as you can see, it's still very much the same theme. It's still a vortex. It's still very much what I like. And to be honest, I kind of like this one better as well, because another issue we had with the old intro is because I initially thought Fox made it, but it turns out it was just one he found online, and because of that, we don't really know who to credit. And obviously, obviously we've not had any problems with it so far, so it probably is, for the public domain to use, so it's not copyright or whatever, which is good. But I still don't like unless I still like crediting, like even with that, I still like crediting the actual creator, regardless if they say it's okay to use without crediting them or not. I still like to credit the appropriate people, and because we don't know who to credit properly, it just doesn't feel right. So that's another thing. It's more of my conscience, really. I just feel better crediting the right people. Yes. So that's three problems that we fixed right there. So the intro sequence is pretty much the same. Like, it's same theme, same kind of theme and everything. Now, again, I will have Arago actually give us a. I'll make Arago give us a little just a general look in a minute, like a bit of a taster, I guess. But let me quickly bring up a little idea just to it's still very much the same kind of thing here. Like nothing's changed that much. It's literally just the visuals, just to be widescreen and not as blending in as much. So it's still very much the same motif and the same visual effects, just a little better. So obviously that's how it starts out with the video. Like this is just to give an idea of what the credits would look like. So also we decided, also taking more inspiration from Doctor Who, we decided to, we're experimenting a bit right now. We're not sure if this will stick or not. We're still messing around to see what works. I've tried different effects. I've tried my avatar's face. I've tried my actual body with a green screen. We're still messing around to see what works. We're still experimenting a bit. But yeah, we've got my face. We've got my avatar's face, which has changed recently, so we'll need to update that if we are going to continue using that. And then obviously there's my logo. Still very much the same, just because I was worried the kanji was going to blend in with the dark blue, I decided to give it a glow effect, and I don't think I went too overboard there. I think it looks alright. It's a bit blurry, but not too bad. It could, could be a lot worse. And then obviously we decided to change it to look like, so basically taking inspiration from Doctor Who. Like before I would have had the actual title of the game and then by who it's by, but I like this better because it's basically making the rather than having the actual game's title, it's doing it in the form as if that's the name of the story. Like for example, like I'm trying to think of an example. Like for example, like Genesis of the Daleks. It doesn't have a unique thing. It's just plain text saying, like, as if it's the story written by them, and that's kind of the inspiration I'm going for here. And that's it for the intro credits. Now onto the outro credit, which not much has changed. There have been a few changes, but not much. Which just give me a moment to open this. Just give me a moment. So obviously the credits are still mostly the same. There are a few differences here and there. So obviously it's still got the directed and recorded by me, edited by Aragorn. The music's still by Famed, which that's not changing. It's literally just the visual change, to be nicer, I think. Still got the game by the developers or developer team. We decided to put all these credits in the individual thing. In the original intro, it would have been everything all in one thing, but we decided it would be better if every single credit for stuff that was used got its own individual credit. So there's a lot more in that regard, because it would have been like, it's all individual thing. Like it would have been, everything would have all been in one line, but we just decided to give it its own thing essentially. So voice commentary in Audacity, thumbnails and graphics made in Paint.net, edited in Adobe Premiere. Again, this would have all been in one line, but we've given their individual things. And then obviously there is this stuff which we are still using in Sonic Adventure DE, just because it was using the old system. But in the new system, basically we're not doing that anymore, which you might have noticed in my other videos. We're not doing this anymore because obviously I have a pre-recorded clip specifically for this, so we're not doing that anymore. It's so I don't have to worry about doing the YouTube nonsense in the actual video, and I can just do it in a pre-recorded thing in the outro sequence, which I think is a lot better. So all that stuff is here for the moment, but that's just to give you a rough idea. After we finish with Sonic Adventure DE and we move on to the next Let's Play, it'll be like that for the next series as well, as you can see here. So again, subscribe, ring the bell, all the YouTube nonsense, join the Discord. Yeah, it's all the same thing really there. All of this has changed, so this is, I think this is the only thing that might still be there, but the rest of it's been taken out just because it's done in a pre-recorded clip. And that's pretty much everything in terms of all that. So I will actually have Aragorn give you so right now I will actually have Aragorn give you a little taster of what the intro is going to look like. Just, just have the Sonic Adventure DE one for the intro and outro or whatever. You know, we can discuss it there whilst editing this. But I will have Aragorn give you a little taste of a rough idea of what it's going to look like. Yeah, Aragorn, just insert it here. And that is what it's going to look like. It's, again, not much has changed. It's literally just a visual change, just to make things easier on us when actually working on the episode. It's just so we don't have as much hassle. So things go much smoother. But yeah, it's literally just a visual change. The music is still the same. Visuals look a bit better, I think. It's better quality. Like, it's, again, you know what? I might as well show you how we made it. So we don't need to credit the vortex effect anymore because it's because actually we made it. Me and a few friends, we actually made it in Minecraft. In fact, I might as well show you actually, since I do have Minecraft open anyway, so I might as well show you. So this is what we use to make it, as you can see here. So this is a massive tower. This is the tunnel, and it goes all the way up to world height, as you can see right here. Yeah, it goes all the way up to world height. It will take me a little while to get up there, but just bear with me. Yeah, it goes all the way up to world height, and I will show the inside of it in a minute. So it's using a custom texture pack that we've made. So yeah, that's the actual thing. That's how it looks like. And it goes all the way up to world height. And now initially we did make this before Caves and Cliffs. So obviously in Caves and Cliffs it was changed a bit, obviously. Since you know, in Caves and Cliffs the cave layer was like, there was another layer of caves underneath the original layer, so obviously it's a bit deeper now. But originally this did originally go all the way down to the original world height, which is here. So basically this is where bedrock used to be. Bedrock used to be right here. I think, hang on, 1, 2, 3, and basically bedrock would have been right here. This is where bedrock used to be, and it went all the way down to here. So this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where bedrock used to be, either there or there. But yeah, bedrock used to be somewhere around there. That's where the world height used to be. Obviously Caves and Cliffs has made it much deeper. Hang on, is music playing? I don't want that, just in case it is music. Yeah, turn that off. But yeah, basically world height did used to be right there. Obviously that's been improved quite a bit. So yeah, it goes all the way down to it goes all the way down to cave layer, and or at least where bedrock used to be essentially, and it goes all the way down. It goes all the way up to the building height limit. I'm pretty sure. At least I remember Fox saying it goes all the way up there. I don't know if they've increased that too. I don't know. But let me just quickly fly all the way up there. And this is a custom texture pack as well. So let me quickly change back to the actual main pack, so the default texture pack, just give it a moment. Just give it a sec. Right, so yeah, we've changed back to the default pack, and so yeah, this is so what we do for the intro sequence. Now, like I said, this was recorded. The initial video I did for the intro sequence was recorded before Caves and Cliffs, which obviously they had a fog effect before then, and they've taken that out in Caves and Cliffs. So I think if I do need a new version of the intro, I'm going to have to import this world or recreate it in a past version of Minecraft using probably with mods, maybe, I don't know, just an older version of the game that does have the what's it called, the a version that has the fog effect, basically. So what we usually do is I usually turn down. So obviously I go back into the actual resource pack, which is this one. I really should change the icon. I really should. So we change that to make it look more like the actual the intro. And it is with a custom texture pack that we made ourselves. So the binary, so and the thing is, the glowstone actually moves. Like, it's the glowstone is animated, which you'll see in a minute. There we go. So yeah. So if you look here, so we basically made this using glowstone and blue concrete. And if you look here, the glowstone is actually moving. It's animated. It like the binary just goes to the top, and then it just disappears. It's quite a nice effect. Fox made that himself. Fox didn't mind me using that, and again, it feels accurate to the effect I want. It's I don't know. It kind of works better actually, because obviously because I use binary a lot in my thumbnails and stuff, and it just feels kind of it just feels right to use this. If I'm being honest, it just feels, I don't know. It just feels the right thing to do. It just feels right. So it's still the whole thing. Like, it's still taking inspiration from the Doctor Who opening with a vortex, but now it's a vortex of binary, so it's like breaking into the network or something. So it's a bit more accurate to the kind of feel that I want. So it's just perfect. So what we do is, obviously, we use this texture pack, and then I turn down my my effects, and I turn down my I turn down the render distance as far down as it'll go. So it makes that a lot closer than it is to create a black effect. I have it at night, but obviously with the fog effect being gone, it means the sun's there now. So again, that's a bit of a problem. Now, originally the sun wouldn't have been there because the fog would have hidden it, but because it's there, that's causing a bit of problem. And I would have also turned off. See, that's what it would have looked like with the fog, like the sun. Basically, hang on, just give it a sec. Somewhere there, that's what it looked like. That's what the intro would have looked like with the fog. But because the fog's not there, the sun is there a lot of the time now. So we're going to have to find a way around that if I do have to re-record this again at some point for some reason, or another variant of it. I'm going to have to find a way around that. Again, maybe importing this world into an older version of Minecraft that still had the fog, perhaps. But I've tried doing that, but it's caused it to corrupt. I don't know what's going on, so we might have to find a way around that. I really hope I don't have to re-record. I really hope I don't have to recreate the whole thing, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, unless I can just copy and paste, or I don't know. But it's either way, it's a lot of work. And yeah, this is how the intro sequence was recorded. Using Minecraft and using a custom texture pack. It looks very nice, I think, and it works perfect. And in case you're wondering, once you go past a certain point, it actually loops. Hang on, let me turn off the effects. Let me turn off the effects just so you can see what I mean by it looping. Actually, if we go all the way out, hang on, the video effects, turn back. I think it was round. I think that was it. So yeah, there's the floor, and if we go all the way back to the top, if we go back out, there is actually a command block outside, which puts this on a loop, which I'll show you what I mean real quick. So if we go out here, and we drop all the way down here, there is a command block somewhere right here. So there's a command block here, which puts it on a loop. I don't really know. This was Fox that did all this. I'm not very good at commands and stuff. I can only do basic stuff. But I turn that off. And then we go back into the tower. We go back into the tunnel. And then I'm sure you'll see what I mean. Again, just give me a second. It takes a while to... You know, I really wish there was another command block there, which just teleported me back up there, because it would have been much quicker. But, oh well. I suppose can't... But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's world height too. Oh, it's not world height. Unless they increased that too. I don't know, maybe they did. But I'm pretty sure it was at world height at one point. Looks like they must have increased it again. Which is good. But anyway, so I'm going to drop down now. So essentially, this is how I made the intro sequence. Just by turning down the render distance and then just holding down shift. I turned off sticky keys just so we didn't have any issues with this. And yeah, this is what it looked like, basically. So the reason I like having the shade effect, the shadow effect, is because it doesn't look like... It doesn't look like the floor is getting closer. So that's what it looks like. So that's what it would look like without all that. Without the... That's what it looks like with that turn off. With the command block. So let's go back up and turn it back on. And then I'll show you what it's like with that on. Again, I really wish I had a command I could just... use to get back to the top or back to the command block, because it does take a while. You know, even if it's not all the way at the bottom now, it's still quite a climb. Oops. Hit my head on the concrete there. But now I drop all the way down and turn the command block back on, and now you'll see see, this is kind of like behind the scenes stuff. Usually I wouldn't show stuff like this, but I think every now and again it's kind of nice to show this behind the scenes stuff. So, yeah, this is what we use for the intro sequence. And again, I hope maybe there's a way to turn the fog back on, like a hidden way, perhaps. I don't know. I've not seen anything. But yeah, if we go back down here. So if I drop down now, obviously the fog would be here, and it's hiding the fact that this is getting closer. But yeah, the bottom is still getting closer, as you can see. But somewhere there is a loop. After a certain threshold, it should, in theory, there. See. Before you get to the bottom, it does actually loop us back there. So, if we go past a certain threshold, right before we hit the bottom, it loops us back to the top. Which that combined with the render distance being turned off and the fog, can create an infinite loop, which is completely seamless. And because of all those effects hiding the actual bottom, hiding that, it looks completely seamless. You don't see it in the intro. Because in the intro sequence, I was recording that for a good couple minutes, and it's completely seamless. Like, you can go and watch it once it comes out, and I'm betting you won't notice it either. But yeah, it's completely seamless. You know, this plus the hang on, hang on. Render distance, if I can turn that. If I go back into render distance, turn that off. Turn that off. So basically, render distance has been turned off. So basically, pretend you're gonna have to pretend that the shadow that the fog is on. So again, this is exactly what I did to record the intro, and it's completely seamless now that the bottom's been hidden. But yeah, see, completely seamless, completely seamless. You won't even notice it. I mean, obviously it's a bit more noticeable now since obviously the sun is there, but just pretend it's not there. Again, completely seamless. You barely notice it at all. But yeah, that is how we made the intro sequence. The new intro sequence. And again, I do know we've not had my current one for all that long, but I've already talked about the issues that it brought us, and I just think this new intro sequence is a lot better, and it fixed a lot of problems that we had. We don't have to mess around with the aspect ratio anymore, and it's a lot easier when making credits. I don't have to double down the shadows immediately, which is nice. So it's just an all-round fix. It is a bit of a shame that that intro sequence was as short as it was, and I didn't use it for that long. But now that I've got this one I like, and again, it's kind of my own thing as well, because of obviously it's more like a breaking to the network type of thing, or like hacking or whatever, just because obviously the whole binary, and it's again, still taking inspiration from the Doctor Who intro, but it's binary, so instead of breaking through time, it's breaking through network, or breaking through it's got that whole digital hacker kind of motif in a way. Not that I am a hacker or anything like that, but it's just an aesthetic essentially, and I quite like it. So it's adding my own. So it's taking inspiration from the Doctor Who intro, yet also adding my own personal touches to it here and there, which I think having your own personal touch like that is important. And again, we don't need to credit it because it's just in Minecraft, and we made it. So I legally own that video. So I legally own that video myself, so I don't need to credit anyone because I legally own it. That particular world, and no one else can have that either. So that's so like that's a right that I have. No one else is going to have that world unless I put it up for download, which I don't think I need to really. But yeah, no one else is going to have that really. So that's nice because it feels more personal to me. It feels like I'm adding my own personal touch to it, which is you always want to add your own personal touches to your channel and videos whenever you can, and I think the intro is the best place to do that as well. I mean, yes, I think I've added my own little touches throughout the videos, but the intros now I feel is my own. I feel like I've got that down now. But anyway, that is going to about do it for this video. I know it was a little rambly, and I might have gone over stuff here and there. Like I might have gone over my lines a few times, but I have attempted to do that. So this is one of the few videos I wanted to get out before releasing Sonic Adventure DE episodes 6, 7, and 8. So that's one of the videos done. Just hold out a little longer until I can get the other one out, and then I will release them. I will release them once they're ready. On the Saturday, once those are out, I will release them on the Saturday once they're done. So, again, just bear with us. Bear with us just for a little bit longer. We're almost there. The next couple episodes are almost ready, so just bear with us for just a little bit longer. The next video is going to be talking about the 4 stages of editing. But again, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good day, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, ring the notification bell, check the sub box, check the channel regularly, join my Discord server, and check out the links below.